I suppose it's one of those things that until you do it, then you know you can do it, and then you can keep on doing it.
That's certainly been the plan, and look, if he keeps on playing like this, he is going to make it through to the last 16, because this is a perfect start to the game.
Finally gets the radar switched on the 19s, James Wade. Not going to make any odds if Niels Sonneveld makes out this. 51, leaves 36 and another at double 18.
51.
Well, he used the guide, but couldn't float it into the bed.
Niels require 36.
Well, he's had a couple of practices at it. Now just needs to hit it, which he does.
Second leg, Niels Sonneveld.
14 darter in the opening leg, 13 darter in leg 2. It's a 2-0 lead.
Already seen Mickey Mansell fall. Critical last start. Leave himself tops.
It's just not happening for James Wade at the minute.
40.
This tops 3-0 with a double break.
Yeah, tops for 3-0. Sonneveld continuing his fine fettle from yesterday, where he stomped past Daryl Gurney. Major champions, no problem for me. On the Munich stage, says Niels Sonneveld. Well, you'd imagine from this position, he's at least a step closer to making it deep into the German Darts Grand Prix. Dart at double.
44.
Well, you can't take a chance then, but James Wade is still a distance behind.
$133. Niels require 20.
Made a career of putting pressure on like that. Niels Sonneveld is in the early stages of his career, but this could be one of his most statement victories. Well, James Wade wouldn't be the only seeded player to fall out of the competition today. First 3 games of the afternoon session saw all of the seeded players crash out.
4 out of the 8 went this afternoon, so this will make it 5 out of 9. Not going to leave a finish. He's got 6 darts from here, Sonneveld. Now, he did have 6 darts from here 3 legs ago and made a bit of a mess of things. Went for the bullseye, didn't get it, but he's going to set it up.
81.
He has set it up very nicely, and Niels Sonneveld is going to get match darts, and if he takes it on the first dart, he will have averaged a ton for the first time on the Euro Tour.
60.
He has been better than James Wade, a lot better than James Wade tonight. And he does pop it first dart. That is a big performance from Triple Z, who takes out the 10-time major champion and powers through to the final day of a European Tour event for just the 3rd time in his career. 100 average, 60% on doubles. No wonder he's delighted with that one.
This is an ominous start.
140.
The winner of this one will take on Josh Rock. And Gerwin Price beat Josh Rock in an absolute cracking Players' Championship final just a couple of weeks ago.
Going to require 96.
Double 9.
80.
Decided to lay himself up, and absolutely the right decision. You don't want to be missing inside on double 9. Barney can leave himself a finish.
Going to require 16.
Double 8 for German Price. And 2-0 and a break of throw. Over to double 4.
Games on the second leg. Gwin Price.
Sinks it.
Third leg. Going to throw
2-0 to the good
game
for the Welshman. A little bit later. Johnny Clayton. His opponents. The crowd will be up when Shindy takes to the stage, no question. They're already up. They're getting going. They're kicking into gear. We talked about that Pro Tour final between Gerwin Price and Josh Rock. That was just an outrageous game of darts, where 99 times out of 100, Josh Rock would have battered whoever he was playing against. But he came up against a Gerwin Price who was just 1% better than him. They were knocking the stuffing out of each other. As Barney sinks
122.
the first maximum of the match. Bullseye! Right in the middle of it as well. 3-0 Gerwin Price.
Gerwin Price, averaging over a ton, is going to take some stopping.
96. Going to 161.
Yeah, no need to go for it.
89.
No need at all. Well, he might not be at his brilliant best these days, Raymond van Barneveld. We've been given so much entertainment from Barney over the years. Gerwin Price, though, has
32.
no intention of slowing down. These two players have faced each other in the Premier League in the past.
140.
A few years ago now.
Going to require 40.
Top Spaghetti. There we go. First release of emotion from the Iceman to make it 4-1. Whether that be the remainder of 24 or early on so far in 25.
180.
Determination on the face of the Iceman.
140.
Barney looks pretty miserable. Like someone bought him a pair of socks for his birthday. He's not happy.
Someone asked him to sign their shoes on the way to the hockey.
Yeah, they didn't even clean their shoes.
180.
Another match for Barney. All of a sudden, this game is swinging back into life. No out
41.
for Price. This is for a break of throw. For a possible 11-dart leg. Oh, no, maybe a 12-darter. Barney furious because he's now having to burn a dart here, and he's just taking a moment to compose. 27 remaining. That leaves 2 4s, and again, just taking a moment. This is a big moment. He takes this out. He's back within 1, and he does. Right in the top corner. Barney is back in this one. And Barney roll back the years.
Definitely the right day for a miracle, isn't it?
He's down to a finish. What can Gezi leave from here? 2 great last starts. He too. He's down to a finish. 161 then. Oh, just the wrong side of the wire. Now he's got to be careful. Very careful. And he doesn't find a treble, so he's in bother again.
Yes, good start. Excellent second. Brilliant third from Gerwin Price. What a way to wrap it up. Gerwin Price, when he plays like this, is a very hard man to halt. Raymond van Barneveld beaten on his birthday. You know, Barney Army partying tonight as he makes his way out of Munich. Gerwin Price will be back tomorrow.
Their ceilings of performance are enormously high.
Well, he's getting going here. And he sits into the magic 9. Jan van Veen went 7 deep earlier on. Dirk tries to join the maximum party. Can Chisnell raise the roof here? There's the 9-darter sign. Is it going to be rewarded? No, Chisnell below the target and then hits the treble 17 and then leaves top. Sorry, leaves 60, 20 for tops.
Oh, he's got loads of time.
59.
Oceans of time stretching out in front of Dave Chisnell on which to win this leg.
I think that was always going to be on the outside rather than on the inside there from Chisnell. No need to risk leaving double 5 with Dirk a mile away at the moment.
55. Dave, you acquired 20.
Yeah, and it's all well and good having professional misses, but you do have to attack it eventually, and eventually he does.
Fourth leg,
best leg of the match so far by some distance. 13-darter Dave Chisnell.
For the first time in Munich. Not going to go. Another one of those would be very good. That's a great layup. Dirk's going to get a go at 148, but it needs to go if he's going to win this leg, you feel. Just hit the double 14. Went the other way.
58. Dave, you require 36.
He usually likes this double Dave Chisnell. Another 13-dart leg.
Yep,
no bother whatsoever.
Dave Chisnell, 6th leg, Dirk to throw first. Game on.
All going with throw so far.
Well, from the sublime to the ridiculous. Dirk's opting to stay on the sublime route. We're on the 9 again. Second time tonight.
Look, don't get excited. Dirk van Duijvenbode does not hit 9 darts. Oh, hang on. Maybe he does. He suddenly figured it out this year. His first ever senior 9-darter. Finally did it after years and years of trying. Can he do one on a big stage? No.
81.
Well, he's left 60 and he might not get a look at it. Chisnell. Possible 12-dart leg to put him within one of the last 16. And that is a great first dart. That's not a bad second one. Tops he needs for 5-2 to put a dent in Dirk's chances, and that's exactly what he's done. Chisnell, mid-90s average now, salutes the crowd, but that was a crowd pleaser. He leads 5-2.
100.
He's starting to find the treble 20s. He's rubbing his arm not for the first time in this match. But Dave Chisnell is playing really well. He has dragged his average up to 9 on 100 here. He's got better and better as the game's gone on.
That's 6 180s in a leg and a half of darts. That's insane.
134. 44.
Well, we said it might be a 180 bonanza. We've had 10 in 8 legs. How about an 11-darter for Dirk van Duijvenbode? That is an 11-darter.
Dirk van Duijvenbode.
He's not out of this just yet. However,
first. Game on.
Look at that. If he was going for the 20s. But Dirk is finding it here.
100.
Could be back-to-back 11-darters here for Dirk van Duijvenbode.
Yeah, we said right at the start, probably we mentioned the averages. Well, they're both averaging now over 95 despite a calamitous opening leg.
Dirk, you require 81.
81 then. Treble 19. Oh, yeah, hits the single 7. And he can't find a treble, so Chisnell,
41.
well, to win it in some style, needs 147.
It's on. Match start, Dave Chisnell to win it with a 147. It is a bit of magic from Chiz. It started so messily, it finished brilliantly. And Dave Chisnell finishes 147 brilliantly.
Other Chinese wholesale businesses are available, of course.
Look, you plug what you like, mate. We're streamed, we're rogue and do what we want. Been quite clear from our broadcast so far this weekend.
140.
Huybrechts is not playing like he did yesterday, not in the early stages of this. Finn Behrens was put to the sword. It was a brilliant display from the Hurricane. 105 average
100. Michael, you require 140.
It was a bullying, is what it was. Finn Behrens, his first ever appearance on stage. Would have set up a game with Michael van Gerwen, one of the game's greats. And that's why 140 outshot to go 2-0 to the good.
Game on.
But this is an off-free. Doesn't get a dart at the bullseye, but Michael van Gerwen
97. Michael, you require
needs 2 perfect darts for this.
Well, there's one of them. Couldn't find the second.
99.
Well, he went for bullseye in the last leg, didn't he? Left himself 12. 73 here for Kim Huybrechts. 57. Leaves double 8.
65.
About an inch inside
25.
there.
It's a big missed opportunity for Huybrechts. Van Gerwen shots the door.
Michael van Gerwen.
3-1. Dominance re-established by MVG. Just hear the cash registers ringing in his mind every time he threw.
130.
Could have lent some money to that geezer for a better tattoo.
Deserves a more fitting tribute, doesn't he?
140.
Great efforts. Now,
132.
it's an important little phase of play here. That looks a good guide for the bull, but he cannot get the treble 19. And Kim Huybrechts to level this game up from 3-1 down.
70.
Well, he's got the first part done. Now for part 2.
Gains on the 6th leg.
The 1-2 combination from Kim Huybrechts. And this game is now all square.
100.
I do think it was, in that situation, it seems a strange choice. Now, who are we to question a 3-time world champion and 7-time Premier League winner? One of the greatest players, probably the greatest, behind Taylor. But it's certainly not what he used to do when he was winning all those things.
100.
The two of them trading maximums.
124.
For the 14s. To the ball.
99.
Michael van Gerwen cannot take the 1-2-4, and MVG could trail in this game. Huybrechts has found a way to stick with him. Can he find a way to lead? Double-double. There's the first. There's the second. Kim Huybrechts leads this game.
Kim Huybrechts.
What a turnaround this is.
Few shocked faces out there. This is so good.
140.
And it's another one of these performances where you can pick apart things that have gone wrong for Michael van Gerwen and questionable decisions he's made and the odd poor dart he has thrown. He is still averaging 101. And he might be about to lose again. This keeps happening. Is it happening again? Double 5 for Huybrechts. Oh, he's nearly won it with back-to-back 12 darters. Now he might not win it at all.
Well, this would be something to take us to a deciding leg. Double 16 was the target. The chance goes awry for MVG. So Kim Huybrechts is back looking at double 5. You have to split. One dart at it. And it's a chance he can't take. A lifeline for MVG.
Maybe this is a little bit of luck that Michael van Gerwen has not been getting lately. 3 match darts missed by Kim Huybrechts.
Deciding leg, Michael to throw first. Game on.
We said before that MVG has lost more games than he's won. It's only by a narrow margin. But he's pulled something out of the bag when he's truly needed it, Michael van Gerwen.
Looks like Huybrechts has missed his chance.
100. Michael, you require 142.
He had van Gerwen in the palm of his hand and he's let him wriggle away. Single 17 to leave tops. It is an excellent last leg from Michael van Gerwen, but it is a last leg that he perhaps shouldn't have even been in.
'81. Michael, you require 40.
Well, this has been a real war between MVG and Kim Huybrechts. And the fight is won by the green machine. A last leg decider. He's not had a brilliant time of it on the European Tour of late, Michael van Gerwen. And Kim Huybrechts made him puff and work so hard. 3 needles in the board.
100.
Look at that. On a pinhead. I've often wondered, if you gave him 100 identical darts of his own, how many would he be able to
60.
squeeze in there?
Well, it's an interesting discussion. He uses quite long points, and I think that that's just to give him a better chance of doing this. He's already hit 3 180s. We played 1 leg of darts.
140. Look, you call 41.
It's for an 11 darter. Tops.
Games on the second
Well,
leg.
back-to-back 12 dart legs, averaging 125.25.
This is silly stuff from Nuke Litler. This is stupid stuff. They might have to replace the dartboard at this rate. It is absolutely peppered. It's like a Swiss cheese, that treble 20.
93.
Crabtree's averaging just a fraction under 99 himself, and he's not even getting a sniff of an opportunity. He might get one here. That's a good visit. Fair play to him here. He's scoring well, but Litler, well, this could still go. He needs the bullseye for a 4-0 lead.
85. Cameo class 66.
Well, this 66, you'd imagine, will give him his first poke at a double in the match. Well, he bends the wire.
48.
He couldn't use it as a guide.
43.
You'd imagine this will be 4-0.
Games on the
Well, it didn't take much imagination, did it? Cam Crabtree's just chuckling to himself. What am I meant to do, he says. Well, on Thursday in Rotterdam, I mentioned the change of setup that Luke Litler had. He also
140.
changed his throw. And I've heard him talk about this before, and it's imperious for everyone else. Sometimes he just messes around with a different throw, Luke Litler, because he feels like it. He's got 2 or 3 different types of action in his pocket, just whips them out whenever he feels like it.
96.
After a few practice darts before a game, if he's not feeling it, he'll just change to a different one.
Games on the 5th.
How is that fair? He's got loads of different throws, they're all really good. Well, Cam Crabtree's facial hair seems to have grown longer and thicker from start to finish in this performance. It's aged him a little bit. But he's down to a finish much sooner than Nuke Litler in this particular leg.
50.
Yeah, the world champ having a leg off here. So Crabtree, can he hit the double this time? Yes, he can.
On the 6th leg.
5-1. Well, every comeback starts somewhere. He says, yes, I'm here, I'm playing as well. This finish, he's used to going 4-1, 4-1.
Would be for another 12 darter to win the match.
141.
Well, he knows this checkout very well, doesn't he? Won't get it on this occasion.
57.
He's averaging 108, so at 1-1-12, that's a really big number. The 112 from Price, not under threat. Definitely not now.
No shot. He's still on. He's definitely on now. This for the match. Double 15. And Luke Litler makes light work of Crabtree. Two young players on the stage here in Munich, but there was only one of them going through. It was Luke the Nuke. He is safely through to the last 16 here tomorrow as he bids for a 4th European Tour title. Crabtree did very little wrong. And a good start from Snakebite. Luke Litler and Joe Cullen in this particular quarter of the draw as well. Matters Razma up next. Been impressed with Razmataz. He's been pretty good thus far here in Munich. Here we go. They're all getting involved.
58. He did 136.
Follow it. He counts the double 8. Oh, Peter Wright. It is vintage Snakebite. Double break. 3-0, 102.5 average.
Yeah, well, De Decker has got a chance here against the throw.
60.
Only 60. Feels like a missed opportunity. Nice start. 141 then for a first leg. Double 19. Ooh, mile away. Nice adjustment, but right, he's going to get a look at 116, and he's already had a big out.
Yeah, that's probably the worst thing that could happen apart from a bounce out. Oh, what a dart. Surgery from Snakebite. Chalk up another leg for Peter Wright. And that one might sting more than any of the others. He played some decentish stuff at times, enough to beat Dave Chisnell 6-1. And then didn't even average in the 90s as he lost out in the quarterfinals to Martin Schindler. And it's just this inconsistency, and it must be frustrating because he's come out and played beautifully tonight.
76. Peter require 84.
Yeah, as we say, it's staring down 84 here. Doesn't need to go for the bull, so we'll go this way instead. Double 8. Yes, brilliant. 5-1. He's one away. No one's disputing this bit of his game.
43.
That is a terrible visit. Well, they want the big fish. He doesn't necessarily have to go for it. All about the layup. And that's pretty good.
70 points stand between Peter Wright and claiming his first win over Mike De Decker in 4 attempts. Real deal's been getting the better of him lately.
100. Peter requires 70.
Snakebite looking to bite back though. Double top. Right on the wire.
50.
And just beneath.
Mike can require 100.
Well, this would make life interesting. Is it tops? It is. There's one of them. This to stay in it. The real deal delivers. Double decker. It's double top.
To throw first.
5-3, and if he can hold his throw here. Near silence in the audience.
140.
Won't be silent when Martin Schindler comes on in about 10 minutes' time, but they're quiet now.
They're gearing up for the German number 1. He's Wright, gearing up to try and take out 100, which is exactly what he's just seen Mike De Decker take out to stay alive in this game.
Is he going to go the same route? Or is that a great marker? It was a good marker. It's 2-10s. He's checking it was in. This for the match then for Snakebite.
80.
That's another match dart that's been and gone.
113.
Can't pull the rabbit out of the hat on this occasion. So Peter Wright, double 10.
20.
And move through to the final day here in Munich. And he does, last dart in hand, pin the double 10 again. And Peter Wright, the former finalist here at the German Darts Grand Prix, finally gets one over on Mike De Decker.
Shindy averaged 105 that day. Lost 3-1 to Johnny Clayton, averaging 113.
100.
I mean, it's just madness, these two. What they've been producing against one another.
Yeah, incredible World Masters campaign from Johnny Clayton. I mean, he nearly produced an amazing comeback in the final against Luke Humphries, of course.
140.
Shindy just threatening to produce the first, or his first max of this game. Hasn't managed to find one yet.
140. Martin, you require 101.
This to hold. And hold he does. Oh yes, get stuck into that one, Martin Schindler. Get the German crowd up.
Should be getting this leg in the bag from this position to cut the gap to just one leg.
Sloppy really from Johnny. Still leaves himself an outshot, but could have been better.
134. Johnny requires
definitely now after that visit from Shindy. That's okay though. Looking at the middle.
93. Martin, you require 110.
Already taken out the 101. How about the 110? Got the 16 to round it off. He's done it again. Well, Martin Schindler, he may not be scoring like we normally see, but the finishing has been excellent.
Game on.
Well, there you have it. Johnny Clayton has had 6 darts at double, but 4 of them at the very first leg. He's only been allowed 1 dart at double in 2 of the subsequent 4 legs. Chances have been at a premium for Johnny Clayton.
100.
Those opportunities have been hard to come by. But he's got one now.
Got to be 14 and ball.
64 left. Well, there's the big number. It's bullseye.
59.
Can only ping the outer bullseye.
Martin, you require 89.
This would be 5-1 if it goes. And he wants bullseye. And he gets bullseye. Martin Schindler, you are red hot right now.
Well, the good news for Johnny Clayton is next week in Graz he'll be the top seed. So
58.
But Martin Schindler is also into the seed. Unfortunately, so they won't meet at this stage. Unfortunately, Martin Schindler is provisionally the number 16 seed. So they would meet in the next
60.
round.
Martin, you require 120.
We'll see. Some more players could pull out. Johnny Clayton could be extracted from this tournament here. Is he going ball? Oh. Well, in the game where he's finished so brilliantly, that would have been some way to cap it off.
108.
Needs this to stay afloat.
72. Martin, you require 58.
58 points between Martin Schindler and another impressive European Tour victory and another impressive victory over Johnny Clayton. And that's exactly what unfolds in front of us here in Munich. Martin Schindler with a masterclass in finishing. A 101, a 110, an 89 on the ball. Relentless, ruthless. He did not give Johnny Clayton a sniff. And it's not the first time he's done that against the Ferry.
German Darts European Championship runner-up last year. Really, when you look at his form on the European Tour, he's never quite
45.
made the breakthrough. 4 quarterfinals, 3 of which though came last year, so progress. And with darts like that, down to 41 after 9, he's showing his stuff here. Look, when Watamaina's hot, he's red hot. Can he get to those levels here? I guess Ross Smith,
46.
who well,
you require 41.
will feel like starting this leg again, but it's all over. 11 dart. Hold a throw for German Watamaina. What a start.
Over the weekend here in Munich, it is very difficult to get yourself a ticket for this.
Well, I think it's impossible now that they've all gone. You've got to get them early or you miss out. Tell you what, no, I was just sat outside the commentary box where you guys were calling home Martin Schindler. The noise was incredible when he got that match-winning finish.
100.
It is home support for sure. For Martin Schindler, looking for a 3rd European Tour title in just over 12 months. Smith looking for a 1st.
56.
Schindler's rise has been superb, hasn't it? Oh, that's very good from German Watamaina. He's now 2 in front.
He's feeding on scraps when it comes to doubles, as you said, 2 out of 3. But when he's getting a look, he's hitting it. And he's going to, you feel, get another chance here. In fact, he's definitely going to get another chance at a finish. And with darts like that, it's going to be a small finish as well.
And we're up to 150 maximums.
83.
For the weekend here in Munich. This to go level then. Double top. Double 10.
37.
Well, he's got the comfort blanket of knowing he's coming back.
100.
10s he needs for a level game.
Require 20.
And for 3 legs on the spin. Now then, this is getting messy.
Game
Very tight, is it? Right in the middle.
7th leg, Germain to throw first.
Punch of the air from Smith. We are level at 3-3.
134.
There you go, a Pikachu fan. Options. Bullseye it is. To go in front. Ooh, that was pulled.
88. Germain, you require 40.
Tops for Watamaina to go back into the lead. He's had 2, and he's missed the 3rd. He was 3-0 up in this game, remember, German Watamaina. He was averaging over 110 at one stage. Now he could be 4-3 behind. Double 16. Double 8 for Ross Smith. Oh, it bounces
17.
out. It bounces right out of the double.
Germain,
that is unfortunate,
20.
and maybe it's the luck that German Watamaina needed.
Yeah, certainly could be, but he's getting a little bit wobbly on his doubles. That looks a good one, though. Oh,
10.
dearie me. That's 13 darts he's missed now at doubles, German Watamaina. And Smudger, double 8, 3 at it as well. Just takes a second to compose himself. Bang, right in the middle. Emotion from Smith, who's reeled off 4 on the spin. And Watamaina's misses now are starting to become costly. Missed 4 darts in leg 5 to go 4-1 up. He was toying, wasn't he, with the eye? Did he need to come for cover? It was that tight a target, and he got 2 in there. We know about his scoring power. Don't need reminding about that. Average continues to climb. North of 98 now.
8 maximums in as many legs between the pair of them.
81.
This is for 5 legs on the bounce for Ross Smith. And he does get 5 legs on the spin. He is chaining them together. Jermaine Watermaner breezed into a 3-0 lead. He's now 5-3 behind. At last, a 12-darter from Smudger.
His average has crept up just short of a ton, Ross Smith. This has been a really good performance from where he was.
Yeah, and I know it's not all about averages, obviously, but he's actually now crept level and for a brief period above Jermaine. And that looked like it was never going to be the case early on.
Ross require 136.
Well, this would be some way to win it. That is for sure. Can he deliver? No, he can't. So Watermaner is going to get a look at 132 to take us all the way. Smith is waiting on top.
Will we see a cork popper from Jermaine Watermaner? We very well might.
107.
We might, but not quite.
Ross require 40.
Tops to seal it and set up a clash with Dave Chisnell. That is a perfect marker. And he uses that marker, and an outpouring of relief and joy for Ross Smith, who beats Jermaine Watermaner